quarantine sucks. uh, well, I'm back, everybody. I was really excited to get the next couple days off, but nobody's doing anything. I don't blame them. Everybody's, for the most part, staying home. So I'm bored as fuck. Yeah, so you'll probably get a few more videos from me the next day and a half or so. I'm just bored. Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm gonna give you them first impressions of that Eternity and YSL I bought, and them kind of re-impressions of the Vervatos and Wanted. I opened them already, sprayed them a couple hours ago, just kind of getting to the dry down of each. I took them out of their boxes, so because I noticed when I was doing some of my videos, I was taking stuff out of the boxes, and it was just distracting. Couldn't hear; they were in the way. So going forward, if I remember, I'm going to start taking them out of the box first, just so the cellophane in the box, so you don't have to hear the, you know. So yeah. Well, let's get into the first two I'm going to do are like the re-impressions. I've had them before, but it was a while ago, and I don't remember what they exactly smelled like, so I remember not being the biggest fan of this one. Azzaro Wanted. That's the box. Your batch code stuff matches, all that jazz. You know what it is. That's the bottle. I've always liked the bottle. Some people don't, but I do. I've always liked the bottle. These aren't going to be reviews. They're just going to be impressions. I'll review these all eventually. The reason I didn't like this was hard for me to put my finger on because it's not unpleasant. And I still to this day get a huge blast of pineapple. I don't know if there's any pineapple listed. Could be a combination of notes, kind of like a lot of Paco Rabanne stuff, which is kind of what this reminds me of. A lot of the Paco Rabanne stuff, not just Invictus, but the older XS fragrances, Black XS, Black Lexus, you know. Definitely has a Paco Rabanne feel to it, not an Azzaro feel. Not unpleasant. It's just fruity sweet, really. It's the best way I can describe it. I remember it being pretty potent, loud and proud, so to speak, so that's it. Nice bottle. Still get that fruity pineapple sweetness like a Paco Rabanne. So yeah, the second one was the John Varvatos Artisan Pure. This is my favorite out of all of them. I love Artisan Pure. I know a lot of people don't, or they get upset with the performance. I've never had an issue. I only had a small bottle, just a little. Wasn't a sample, but it was kind of like a 20 mil. You know, you can get sometimes. Designers, they send you little packages, or not send you, but you buy in the store, and they got 20, 30 mil, 4 or 5 different fragrances. That's what I got this in, was a Barbados thing I picked up at TJ Maxx for like $30 a few years ago, and it had 4 different fragrances. They're only little 20 mils. This was my favorite, still is. One of my favorite colognes. It's got a je ne sais quoi about it, you know, like a citrusy, aquatic, soft, almost a creamy, woody feel to it. I love it. If you can't get this one though, Preferred does one. What's it called? Reclaimed. I have it over there. That is very, 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 like 99% close to this. Even has good longevity for a Preferred, like 6 hours. So if you can't get it, you can get the Preferred. Love the bottle. That, I don't know what you call it on there, but kind of a weave, basket weave type deal. Oh, Jesus, I love this stuff. I'll be rocking this and probably rock the dupe first, because the dupe is so close, and I'll hold on to that because I've got 2 or 3 bottles of the dupe now. I liked it so much. Yeah, I like that way better than the Wanted. The next two were the two that I had no idea what they smelled like. We'll go with the YSL Cologne Bleau. It's a blue fragrance. You know what I mean by that. It's a little different. A little more spicier than most blue fragrances. You do pick up a little bit of that loam, DNA nut, Lanuita loam, the original loam. Kind of like they took loam and made it blue. And I mean, it's called blue. The juice is light blue. I don't know if you can see that or not, but not unpleasant by any stretch of the word. Don't know how long it's going to last. Seems to be a problem lately with a lot of the loam and line itself. They smell good, but the performance isn't the greatest. Yeah, slightly spicy, aromatic and aquatic. Nothing I'd ever go out of my way to purchase, but I'll wear it. Just because, like I said, it's not bad. It's just, I like the original loam better. You get a little bit of, like I said, it might be one that grows on me though, because every time I smell it, I seem to like it a little bit more and a little bit more. But it's definitely, I guess I would say, like a bit of a classier version of a blue scent. More along the lines of something like loam meets, you know, Chanel blue. You know, I mean, best I can describe it. Eternity for Men, intense. Wasn't expecting much from this. It's a Calvin Klein. Calvin Klein's hit or miss. I like Calvin Klein, we all know that, but they are hit or miss. I love the original Eternity. I don't think it's dated. People say it's dated. I think it's still classy. Nice, heavy on the lavender and fougere, but not like a barbershop fougere, just a fougere. There is a difference. It's not Azzaro, Pour Homme, or even Rive Gauche by Yves Saint Laurent, the original Eternity. It's different. It's greener, powdery greener than those. This one, I get more iris than lavender. Still some lavender in there, but I get more iris. It's got that bit of that makeup vibe to it. To me, it smells like we mixed Eternity with Dior Homme. Just a hint of Dior Homme though. Still more Eternity than Dior Homme. But it doesn't seem to be bad. I don't know about the performance. Again, it's only been on a couple hours and it's starting to fade. So, but it is a Calvin Klein, and I've got tricks on scented moisturizers and body washes and stuff I can do with that. So yeah, that was my impression of those four. Great scents. Yeah. Happy quarantine. Peace, love, be good to each other.